I know you are really excited to start making those cool gemstones jewelry pieces, but if you're just starting out, it's better to take your time. You need to learn some basic tools and different ways to make jewelry in Rhino 3D first. In this video, I will show you another way to create a simple round pendants. Alright guys, so back on Rhino, and as you can see guys, I'm working in centimeter and I would like to change it back to millimeter. So how are we going to do that? It's simply by going on the bottom here and on the unit section, right click on it and press unit settings and just change it back to millimeters and hit OK. Alright guys, let's select our circle command again. Click on it and we're going to place our circle in the center of the axis. Just press 0 on your keyboard, press enter, and we want to make a circle of the diameter of 20 millimeters. So guys, I want to say that there is like two options, either in millimeter or radius. Make sure you have selected like the diameters. So just put 20 millimeters and press enter keyboard. Alright, we are going to make another circle on the middle by right clicking on your mouse, and this time instead of starting from the middle, we are going to select the 2 points options. So it simply allows us to make a circle with 2 points. Just eyeball it around over here, click on it, hold the shift on your keyboard and drag it to somewhere around here. It is fine. Okay, so once we made our 2 circle, now I want to create a smaller circle over here, a vertical one, so later on we can use our sweep to rail function. So select our circle once again, and now this time we are going to select the vertical option and also the 2-point option selected. So we are going to place our points on this axis, the green axis, and then click on it and then drag to the other rail, just like that. And like this, we have created, a small vertical circle. So now what we can do is simply use our sweep rail function. Just type sweep, but this time we are going to use the sweep to function command, because in here we have 2 rails. Just press enter and select the first rail and select the second rail and select the shape we want to sweep, which is our small circle. Press enter on your keyboard, press enter once again. So we have the option right here, and as you can see, I've selected the maintain heights. So it's going to maintain the heights of of our surface. If we deselect it, it's going to deform it. So I want to maintain the height and press OK. If we switch to the shaded mode, and this is how our pendants actually look like. Alright, we made a basic shape, but let's go ahead and delete that first, and you can practice once more and get familiar with the functions. Alright, so let's play around a little bit. So we're going to select our top circle and then press and hold Alt on your keyboard, drag it down just like that. Let's make another circle just on the top. Let's resize it, make it a little bit bigger, like that. We're going to turn on the grid snap first, just like this. And same thing for the bottom circle, just about this size. So let's turn on the grid snap once again, and as you can see, our circle doesn't connect to our rail. So let's move it with our move command. Select the circle we want to move, press enter, place a point at the end, and then hold shift and just snap to our rail. Same thing with the bottom circle. We are going to right click on our mouse, click and select the circle, press enter, place our point on the end, and then simply snap it to the second rail. Alright guys, it doesn't have to be a circle, you can make a polygon or a rectangle if you want, it doesn't matter. So now we are going to make a single closed curve, and you see how it is overlapping right now. We are going to select both circle, and we are going to use our trim command to trim off the excess lines, and then press enter. So now we have two open curves, and we can simply join them together. Let's select both curves and just click on the join icon. Now we can go ahead and use our sweep to rail function, which you just type sweep to on your command, run the command, and select the first rail and the second rail. Select the shape, which is this and this, press enter. Make sure it is facing the same direction, and then press enter again. Now it created a open poly surface. We can close our surface by selecting the close sweep and press OK. So now we can make a small ring on the top for our bale. So let's switch our viewing mode first, and let's select our circle again and snap it anywhere on here, and then just eyeball, like create a circle, and then use the pipe command. Pipe, select our circle and make a ring of the diameter of 1 millimeter, for example. Make sure you selected the diameter instead of the radius, and just press enter. Alright guys, we can go ahead and create a little bale for our pendant. Let's select our surface and hide it first with this light bulb icon, and take our circle tools, place it anywhere on the red axis, and just make a circle like that. And we are going to turn on our control points and just drag it down to create a nice spear cut shape. Turn off. Let's move this up a little bit, just like that. So now we can reshape our curves, because you see how sharp it is, and instead of sharp edge I want a smooth edge, like an egg, for example. So one thing we can do is to rebuild our curve by adding more control points. So let's select our curves, and then we can go on the curves tools tab and select this little dude with a hammer. Click on it. It's going to allow us to add more control points, like I've set to a 8 right now, and a degree of 3. If you decrease the degrees, it's going to give you a more like sharp curves. So 3 is fine, and I've also selected the delete input, so it's going to delete our previous curves. Select OK. If you want to know certain function a little bit more, you can just click on it and press F1, and it's going to give us like everything we want to know about certain commands. Now press OK, and we can go ahead and just play around with those points and shape it to how we desired. So the next thing is to create some shapes over here on the top and the bottom, to then later sweep to our rail. So let's take our circle command and snap it on the end like that, hold shift, and roughly place our circle. So let's transform this circle to make an oval shape, just like that, for example. Again, we can rebuild our oval shape by going to our curves tool tab and select this icon right here. Once again, press OK, and let's play around and until we get the shape we desire. So now we can go ahead and make a duplicate of it and drag it on the bottom right here. So let's make this one a little bit smaller. For example, if we want to get more precise, you can go here on the side and right click on your mouse and select the box edit, you're going to be having all of those options right here. Just select like this curve, and let's make it at 1.2 millimeter, for example, or maybe 1.5. And the top one, let's adjust it to 2.3 millimeter. I've selected the uniform, so it will like uniformly scale our objects. Hit enter. Now we have this. We can go ahead and use the sweep rail function. Just type sweep on your keyboard, and instead of sweep 2, select sweep 1, because we only have one rail. So select the shape, press enter. Make sure like those control points face the same direction, which is facing up, like that, and just press enter on your keyboard. Select close the sweep and hit OK. And now we have created a nice bale. This is another method, and let's show back our little rings for our pendants. If you watch all the way to this part, thank you so much. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. In my next video, we are going to make your very first piece of jewelry using a gemstones.